Hey there, back again with some more Minecraft today, and hasn't things changed quite a bit while we have been away? You might be able to see it up there. There's a little bit of a different rendering going on there, and if I do like this, yep, that's true. We are now on 1.9, and that means that things has changed a little bit on the server. We now have weapon cooldowns, we have access to other stuff, and two of the things that we have access to is the beetroots, which I have grown there. We've gotten some from Pyro, who went out to find some, and I'm just growing some to get some seeds so that I can make a patch for it. And then we also have the chorus flower, because yesterday, Friday, today's Saturday, we went to the end to open the portals to the islands that surround, and well, I went mostly to get some chorus flowers so that I can grow chorus plants. But today we are going to be working on the hobbit hole. But before we do that, I have a sad news to share, because if I turn this way, you might have heard it already. We have had a lightning strike. I knew it was only a matter of time before it would happen, but one of the buildings has been struck, and unfortunately it was the stable. And a couple of the inhabitants unfortunately didn't make it. We have unfortunately Pink's horse, Edgar Allan Slow, has passed away, and so has Donkey Butt. But the others, well, we have also the horse from the minigames area, which was rescued, was killed, and basically like everything except for just the outside here and a little bit of the side was burned off, and I need to rebuild the tree here. I'm not entirely satisfied with the shape at the moment, so I'll probably take down the various what is it called, melons, and then rebuild a new tree and rebuild the roof and all that. But we did get something out of it, because as you can see right here, we have some weird looking skinny horses here. Yeah, after the fire, I noticed that up there on the hill right there was a skeleton horse, and in 1.9 there is trap horses, and they apparently look like a skeleton horse, and then once you approach, 4 skeleton riders will spawn in a lightning blast and start shooting you with arrows. So I had Pyro come over, and he took care of them easily, and well, he put the saddles on them, and I'm just keeping them here for if people want to have a skeleton horse, I guess. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of skeletons, so I don't know if I'll keep one myself. But anyways, there's been a couple of changes also. The orchid patch is up and running and producing, and since we have gone to 1.8, we also have access to new things. So as you can see here, I have gone in and replaced the clay with path blocks, but only for the non-mycelium bits. So that has been done, and I have also put in, because as I've talked about a couple of times, the distance between this farm and the other one is just so large that it doesn't quite reach. So down here, like halfway through in the middle, I have created an AFK fish farm, just so that when I'm, for instance, gone and making food and stuff, I can actually double task, both let it create flowers as well as gather a little bit of resources. But even though we'll have to do some damage control here and get things up and running again, this is not what we're going to be working on today, because today I wanted to work on the hobbit hole. Because it has been a little while since we did that, and it's going to take a little while to do. But we have a little bit of a start going here, and I have prepared some resources. So what we're going to be doing is a little bit of brainstorming, and I think what I am going to do is I'm going to dip this down a little bit, and then I am going to like do a little bit of stair work, and then I will be back with you, just because need to figure out the entrance, and that will require me to dig a little bit, and that's not so interesting to look at. So I will be right back with you once that is done. Be right back. Bye bye. And here we are back again, and I have made a little bit of an entranceway here. Let's see, I have made sort of like a sideways stair down to the center here, and this is going to be the main hall, so to speak. So therefore I wanted to be a little more grand than would otherwise be the case. So let's grab some slabs here. I'm going to need a few more, I can see. So let's just do that. So I wanted to make it circular because we're working with circles a lot in this place. So I wanted to have an outside circle like this. Oops, not like that. And then take it down another level in here, and then in the center we will probably have lighting and grass, is what I'm thinking. So in these spots here we'll be putting in wood, so like this, just so that once you come in through the door you will be walking downwards. And the idea behind that is to make the entranceway look a little more grand, because even though it is fairly small when you see it from the outside, I wonder once you come in to seem bigger. But we're still in the Flower Valley, and that means that we are working with natural colors and, as we have seen earlier, flammable materials. So what I'm thinking is like lining it with lighting here, having like a pumpkin 2 levels down and leaves, and then in the center have grass. Of course the grass has to grow, so we won't be doing that today. And then along the sides, I'm thinking this way here we will have an opening which will lead to what is it called? Which will lead to maybe a kitchen area, maybe a living room over here or there. And then I might do sort of like a 2-way exit here, where we have an exit here and either here or here, because I want to have a stairway that goes up over here to have sort of a library or something up there. That's at least my thought at the moment, but really with this I'm largely winging it, so it all depends on the lay of the land. But yeah, the whole idea here is to have something that feels natural, and the best way to really make something that feels natural is, in my mind, to build it as you go along. So let's just get the last bit of planks in here and we'll do a little more work. Go like that. We're going to need a few more planks, big planks. So let's grab some. So like that. And then here we'll have the lighting, and we will have the grass. And I might drop it down one more level, or I might keep it here. I'm not entirely certain on that quite yet. But the lighting from this should be able to light up the whole room here, so that shouldn't be a problem. But we'll have pillars in these points here, so let's get those in. And here. Here. And these will basically be the pillars which well, holds up the room, but also like signifies where we're putting doorways. And one of the important things I think about this is not to make it symmetrical. Of course, we're using shapes that are naturally symmetrical, like a circle, but even then we are still trying to do something that looks more natural, in that like for instance, if we make an exit here and here, we're already using an asymmetrical design. So, and putting on top of that, that going up and this going down, we'll have something different. So yes, we have the entranceway here, and the question is how far up we should go. Because it is a little, like we need to be able to see it from inside the room there. So like this I think would be a good level. Then the question is if we should make arches out of oak wood. I think we should. So if we do something along these lines, then do dirt. Just grab the dirt there. Because then we can do like this. I think instead of doing that, we're going to do this, that, and then we're going to take these slabs, pull it in like this. I would take these down. Let's try to put up some stairs first. Other way. Like that. And then if we close it off with a half slab. Like that. It's a beginning at least. Now of course the problem is that this will be harder to do for a diagonal. But I think we could work something out still. So with that, let's get the rest of the pillars in place. Just so we can see the size of the central room. Now this project here is going to be a project that is going to take some time, because it is lots of separate rooms all working together. So because of that, we're going to be doing a little bit of work and then going back and that sort of thing. So my question is then if we should generally use a design like this for each archway, and then like make doorways when we need it in behind. I sort of think we should, and then have like a different design for these bits here, and then make a wall behind it out of birchwood and stuff. I think that is what we should do, but before we do that, let's take down a little more of the ground here, so that we can work a little more on the entranceway, because of course the stairway needs to have some railing and stuff going on. So this one here, I should leave the stone in for now. So let's just grab that, do that, do that. And then down here, I think we'll just use a slab. So like that. And over on the other side, we'll have one that goes up all the way to there. Might have something like that. I think these here should also be sideways, just because it looks better, I think. And we might even take this all the way over to the front, which means that this one here should be full stone. Then we'll do walling in there with birch, I think. Or potentially some other colour, but that closes in the entranceway a little bit. Let's see this one here. This one we'll bring to there. And then this one here we will bring out to here. And then we need to have some fences. Oh no, it's raining. Hopefully no thunder. So we'll have a railing there. Speak of the devil. Well, since it is thundering now, I will be right back with you, because thunder in this version cannot be turned down, apparently. As I was saying, so I could barely hear my own thoughts. So I'll be right back with you once the thunderstorm has passed. See you in a little bit. Bye-bye! And we're back again, and it's still raining, but it seems to have stopped thundering at the moment, so that's good. Yeah, we're having a few issues with monsters, because people haven't gotten used to fighting the new ones yet. Especially the skeletons are quite weird, I think. Yesterday during the Friday stream, I was over at the village with Jack, and I encountered a skeleton there while getting ready for the dragon thing. And well, it was rather strange, because these skeletons, like, a skeleton saw me and walked up to me, shot at me a couple of times, hitting the ground, because I was dodging the arrows, and then he decided to completely ignore me as I was walking 1 meter beside him and stopped attacking me at all. I don't know really what happened, but okay. Don't complain. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get used to the new skeleton mechanics. But, whatever. The skeleton is probably the only mob that's really scary, because they strafe and they shoot you, so like it's really, except for the Enderman that does crazy amounts of damage, it's one of the only mobs that's really killing me. Creepers only kill me when they surprise me, so I don't really count as them being a scary mob. And you also have like zombies and stuff. They're not scary at all. Basically, unless you have a horde that is pushing you into a dead end, zombies will not kill you. So yeah, the only really scary mob is probably the skeleton at the moment. But they are a little scary because of the way they work at the moment. But well, we'll see. Get these in. And And these. So like that. And now that that is done, we should probably try to figure out something for the sides here. Let's take down these so that we can get up and see if we can figure something out. So we'll have to try to mimic this one. Just as a starting point. Do the bottom as well. Have it like that. Then we could do that. And do this. And then if we do this here. And we try to do this here. I think that looks okay. Might want to try taking these down and replacing them with these. And then maybe try that. No, that's not going to work. Because that's going to make that one turn around, which means that we must put it this way if we want it to be like that. Kinda looks okay. I think we'll try putting the other option up over here so we can see them side by side. So we have this one here. This one underneath. Get those up. Stare, 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 and stare. So which one do we like more? That's a good question. I'm leaning towards this one, but it does suffer from having a void here. Which granted could be filled with stuff, of course, but don't know how that would look. We can try. So if we fill that. It's actually not bad. I think I'll put up that option as a third one, and then I will decide until potentially next week, or well, the next time we work on this project, because I do have other projects that I want to start working on, and one of them is like I did a Twitter poll and asking basically what would you like to see. And I said tiny ice spikes or flower crater. And if you have seen my other videos, you will know what those are. But if you haven't, they're a little bit of a mystery, and I did that on purpose. So if you don't know what they are, don't fret. Just try to imagine what will be coming. Because I'll probably do the flower crater simply because I had 3 out of 5 people vote for it, and 2 of the people that voted for it, well, yeah, 3 out of 5 people voted for it, and 2 of the people that voted for it actually told me that they were voting for it, which I tend to give a little bit more weight, because if you have someone that feels strongly enough about something that they will actually talk about it, it's probably more important to them. So yeah, I'll probably be working on the flower crater first, and I'm working my way over there, but I'm currently in a little bit of a halt because of this what is it called, tool issue. As I talked about, the Lifebringer, which is my fishing pole. I can't remember if I talked about it in this episode, but I talked about it in Friday's stream. Basically, I have gotten hold of a mending fishing rod, and actually, I think we'll leave this project off here for today, and then I will just go over there and give the last little bit of story over there. So let's just clear some inventory space and head over. Because Pyro has gotten us access to these. I still need to make 3D models for those, but still, with all the new things, one of the new things is mending, and mending makes it so that tools can be repaired forever if they have the mending enchantment on them. However, the only way to get it on it is to find a book, or acquire a book, or get it from like a loot and stuff. Forgot to turn this off. So I have made this, which is an automatic fishing farm that works in 1.9.2, and I have this fella here, the Lifebringer, which is based on a fishing rod that I got from T-Snow. Oh, Pi. Hi there, Pi. So the Lifebringer, I think it was a lure to mending or a log of the sea mending fishing pole, and basically I combined that with my fishing rods from before to make a perfect fishing rod. And the reason why I chose to call it the Lifebringer is because this fishing rod is not so much meant for just AFK farming, which is also the purpose for it being here, right between the two farms, so that I can AFK farm here while the flowers are producing, so do double work. But it's also a way to repair the tools, so breathing life back into the tools that are dying. And that is what has stopped me from going further towards the flower crater project, because I need to travel about 2,600, 2,700 blocks in order to get there, and I need to do that in the Nether, so 8 times that much in the overworld. And because of that, the what is it called? Because of that, the like you encounter all the various things that you see in the Nether, which is oh, we have another trap horse. See? That's one of those buggers I talked about. Hello. So if you go within 10 blocks of that horse, it will be struck by lightning. The lightning does not damage other entities though. And it will spawn 4 horse riders, or horse riding skeletons, which will have bows and stuff. And I have no intention of doing that right now. So yeah, I am going in here. But what was I saying? Yeah, as you find in the Nether, you find quartz and you find glowstone, and I don't go mining in the Nether very often, so when I finally go there, I like to get the easily accessible stuff and the stuff that I just happen to run into. And my fortune pick, Avarice, is almost dead now, so I would like to get a mending book and get poor Avarice up and working again, breathe some life back into it, and then get everything working. So I'll be trying to get a mending book so that I can restore Avarice to its true form, and then I will make my way towards the next project. So if I manage to get one during this week, from fishing for instance, then I might make it to be able to start the other project next week. If not, then we might continue working on the Hobbit hole. We'll see what happens next week, but for now, I'm going to leave it off here. I hope that you enjoyed the episode. The project with the Hobbit hole is going to take a little while, so is the flower crater, but it doesn't hurt to have something that we can work with over several episodes. So, until next time, I hope that you'll have a lovely day, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye for now. Bye!